Hey guys, and welcome to another Top 10 Kedrix video. And today I'll be doing my top 10 favorite video games, or my favorite video game from my top 10 favorite video game series. Now, these are in order, like, from, you know, least favorite out of the top 10 to most favorite out of the top 10. So we'll be going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Obviously, I just got home, so I'm little out of it. Been all working all day. Okay. So today's going to be my official, just full top 10. I'm working on a bunch of other projects right now, and I'm working on a Kingdom Hearts theory for later on down the road. But today we're focusing on my top 10 favorite video games from my. I just can't think of it. The list is too confusing. My top 10 favorite video games. Now, there will be no two games for a series, so here we go. Starting off the list at number 10 is the one and only Final Fantasy VII. And yes, this is the actual casing. I'm not bringing out all the cases for everything, but just want to show you. So, Final Fantasy VII was the first Square Enix game I ever came across, and I've never stopped playing it. I just love it to death. I played through it twice and only really beat it once. So I guess I've really only played through it once, but for the most part, I've gotten all the way to the end at least twice. So Final Fantasy VII. I mean, if you guys haven't played it, I suggest you do play it because it's probably actually it is considered the most popular and probably the best of all the Final Fantasy games. But that's just many other opinions. It's not my opinion. I mean, it's my favorite out of all the Final Fantasies, but I mean, it may not even be the best. Who knows? Taking off the list at number 9 is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now, I'm not a big first-person shooter game, but Call of Duty, man, I just can't get enough of Black Ops 2. I mean, it was so fun. I played some of Black Ops 1, and it's just, I can't put it down sometimes. I will play for hours upon hours, just having fun sometimes with my buddies, and we're just killing everyone and everything. Sometimes we're getting owned all over the place, but, it's just that. I mean, I love Call of Duty, Black Ops. I mainly play it for online, I don't play it for story, but it's there. So, yeah, there's that. Number 8 is Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, I know what you're saying. Why not San Andreas? Well, because I didn't play San Andreas growing up. When I was growing up, I wasn't allowed to have games like this. So when I finally grew up, I got a job and everything, I could get my own games. So I played Grand Theft Auto 4 first, and then I played Grand Theft Auto 5. And I played a little bit of San Andreas with one of my buddies, but out of all the games, I just personally liked Grand Theft Auto 5 a lot better. It just spoke to me a little bit more. I don't know. It was just, altogether, I liked it a lot more. Now, kicking off the list at number 7 is Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution. And I've just loved the Naruto games. I've been here since the first Ultimate Ninja, and that was years and years and years ago. And I just have been playing all the games. I even imported Ultimate Ninja 5 for the PS2 just so I could play it, even though I couldn't understand a word that was being said, even with the subtitles. So, yeah. Naruto, the Ultimate Ninja series still going strong. We got Ultimate Ninja 4 coming out later this year, I believe, and I'm really psyched for it. So, yeah. Kicking off the list with number 6 is none other than The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which was the very first Legend of Zelda game I played through and beat. And actually, it was the first one I played through, but it was also the first one I beat. And I just loved it. I mean, I'm not a puzzle person, which really threw me off sometimes. But there's just something about the story that really captivated me. I love the gameplay aspects. And I didn't know really anything about the story going in. And from what I've heard, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is actually the hardest of all the games. At least that's just what I've heard. So, but even so, I loved Twilight Princess, and I've gotten a lot more into the Legend of Zelda games. I'm currently playing Majora's Mask right now, and just working on it. Alright, moving on to number 5, Assassin's Creed 1. Assassin's Creed 1. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Why not 2, or Brotherhood, or Revelations, or 4, or Unity? Well, I personally just liked Assassin's Creed 1 better because there was a certain feel to it, because it was the most difficult one for me because I didn't know anything about Assassin's Creed except, my friends are always saying, try this, and I just didn't want to try it because they wouldn't shut up about it. But once I really got into it and decided I wanted to play it, simply not just so I could get people off my back about it, but so I could figure out what all the hype was about, it was a really fun series to play, and Altair is still my favorite out of all the Assassins. So, Assassin's Creed 1. Anyway, on to number 4, Spider-Man 2. Now, this is the Grand Theft Auto of the Spider-Man games. Do I even need to say it? Spider-Man 2 for the PS2. This game was all over the place. No other Spider-Man game has even lived up to the greatness and epicness of Spider-Man 2. Some of them gotten pretty close, but other than that, no. Amazing Spider-Man 2, however, the controls for swinging were better, but altogether, we got to give it to Spider-Man 2. Give it up for Spider-Man 2 for PS2, guys. Number 3 on my list is, of course, Halo 4. Now, I played at least a little bit of all the Halo games, but I've only ever beaten Reach and Halo 4, and I'm almost done with Halo 2, Halo 1, and Halo 3. I'm just kind of all over the place, but I played a little bit of all the Halo games, but Halo 4 was by far my favorite. I love the controls in it. I love the story for it. It's just all over the place, and I will never get tired of playing Halo 4. I loved its online features, its story, just a beautiful game. Beautiful. And now we move on to the last 2 on the list. Kicking off with number 2 is Batman Arkham City. Now, Arkham Origins had a good story, and Arkham Asylum is what got it started, but Batman Arkham City is by far, so far, at least until Arkham Knight, I don't know, the best out of the entire Batman Arkham series. If you guys have not played it, I highly recommend it, but I recommend you start with Asylum, and then you play City. You don't really need to play Origins, at least I don't think. Oh, wait, actually, the comic book for Arkham Knight has actually made Arkham Origins a relevant and canon story. Sort of. You gotta really read it to actually get into it, but yeah. Arkham City, guys, it's just a great game. The graphics were incredible. The gameplay was incredible. I felt like a powerhouse being my all-time favorite superhero. Yes! And now we come down to the number 1. The absolute number 1 of all my favorite video games. And this one, do I even really need to say it to you guys? Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Now, the reason I say Final Mix is because not only did it have, more content, it had an extra mode, Critical Mode, which I will never again play on a mode that is not the highest rating. Because, guys, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix has been my favorite game for so long. I imported it right before we got actual confirmation of 2.5. And, man, it was just great. I mean, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 2 since it first came out, and I was 12 back in 2006 March when it came out for America, and man, no Kingdom Hearts game has ever given me the kind of feeling that Kingdom Hearts 2 gave me. There are some points in my life I wish that I could erase my entire knowledge of the entire game, of the entire series actually, just so that I can go back and do it all over again and re-experience the game. I would absolutely love that, because experiencing something like that, it would just be incredible. But yeah, guys, that's my top 10 favorite video games list. If you guys have an idea for another top 10, leave it in the comment section below. And be sure to follow me on Facebook. That's in the description below. As well as hitting the like button, smashing the subscribe button. Share this with as many people as you can. I've been Kedrick, saying as always, people, have an awesome day. Peace out.